Normally on this channel, I review cars like this, but today, I'm reviewing a tractor. What's up everyone, it's Lucas here back with another review, and today I present to you my first ever tractor review, this 1957 Massey Harris Ferguson FF30DS. I'm going to give you a full around tour of it and also start it up. And I'm also going to show you this trailer right behind it that's attached to it right now because it's a very historic trailer and I will explain the history behind it later in the video. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so here we go with the tractor. Coming around to the front of the tractor, you can see it's got bigger wheels in the back obviously, which is typical tractor. But honestly, it's a good looking tractor for its age. Love the wheels on it as well. So on the front, you got your headlights right here as well as the turn signals. There's a nice Ferguson badge. Everything is painted in silver up here. And the engine is of course right here. I will go into more detail on it a little bit later. Here's a Ferguson 30 badge. And right here, this is the hood, which you can open like that to get a little more access to the engine if you needed to. Here's the fuel tank. Overall, not too bad. Just give you a little overview of it right here. Boom. And there's no latch or anything needed to open or close this hood. You can literally just pull it like that, and you can open it. Alright, so here we come around back on the tractor. You can see the back wheels, they're enormous. Those are Dunlop tires right here. I couldn't find the exact size of them, but they're huge. That's what I can say. Rear turn signals and lights. There's also, you got this light to warn people that you're coming. And yeah, there's the tow hook with the trailer attached to it. Of course, it is a one-seater, and we'll get to the controls here a little bit later into the video. But for now, let's talk a little about the trailer. Okay, so let's get into the history on this very trailer. So, back in World War II, there was this time period called the Remorque where the Americans came to France to help the French out. And the Americans back then had these absolutely bulletproof vehicles, and they had these trailers. I mean, this is wood that wasn't so bulletproof, but this metal right here, absolutely bulletproof. You couldn't destroy them. And then the Americans had given some of these trailers to the French to help them out, which was really cool. And what I'm saying with that is that this particular trailer, believe it or not, I'm not joking, this one is from the United States and was in World War II. And it also goes to show how bulletproof these vehicles actually were. I mean, this one survived a world war. So, quick look at the trailer right here. Of course, it is in camo colors, since it was from the United States after all. This one has Michelin tires, and of course, does have a camo cover. There are puddles of water on top of it, I know that, but this thing usually sits over there, so it's outside pretty much all the time, and of course, these puddles of water form up on top of the cover. Here's the little tailgate, which you can release by just taking out these pins. Let me try and get this one out. Okay, I got the pins out. Let's lower it down slowly, and it's kind of heavy too, so you just got to be careful with that, because it is metal, it's not aluminum. But yeah, here's a look inside the trailer for all of you. Of course, pretty standard. You can load a bunch of stuff in there. Yep, these things were pretty bulletproof. So go ahead and pull this back up, and I'll put the pins in off of camera. Alright, tailgate on the trailer, locked up and secured. And when you want to put the cover back down, there's obviously these straps, and then you also got these that you hook up, so it's pretty straightforward. You got your lights on the back of the trailer with the turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. Same over here. Anyways, that is the trailer. Now, back to the tractor. Okay, back with the tractor. We're gonna go ahead and hop on it in a second, and as you can see, the seat has Ferguson embroidering, which is nice. Underneath this red cover is the battery. Now to get on, you just step up here. And it's not going to be the easiest. Whoa, I almost fell. Yeah, to be honest, it's really not the easiest to get up here if you're 6 feet or taller, like myself. I'm about 6 foot, half an inch around. Oh, look who it is. It's my host family's dog, Junior. You've seen him on videos before. All right, so this right here is your point of view from when you're sitting on the seat on the tractor. It's a 4-speed manual as well, as you can see. The gear pattern is right there. You've also got reverse. And as far as what engine it's got, it's a 127.4 cubic inch or 2.1 liter turbo diesel 4-cylinder. The FF30DS came with the diesel, and then there's also an FF30GS which came with a gasoline engine. That was the same size as this one. It makes about 30 horsepower, so it's not the most powerful thing in the world, and I was told it only goes 25 kilometers an hour maximum. So that's pretty slow, but I mean, what can you expect? It's a tractor. These things are all slow. Anyways, now to the switches over here. Beforehand, here's your steering wheel. This cover, it was glued on. It just needs to be re-glued, but it does stay in place pretty well. These two switches right here both work together. They're like big chokes for starting the vehicle in like freezing temperatures, but since it's not even close to that, there's no need to use that. Got a nice little voltmeter right there. This is your headlight switch as well as your turn signal switch right down here. Of course, the cover fell off. I'll pick it up later. But got the switches right here, and I will show that in a little bit. Right here's the brake, and it actually works kind of a little bit like a handbrake. Let me show you. So what I'm saying is, this actually is a lockable brake. If you see right here, if you just push it down with your hand like that, sorry about that, it's really hard to do with one hand, but just like that, the brake is now locked in place. And then if you just step on it like that, you can unlock it in place or just push it down with your hand. But that's what I wanted to show you. You can lock the brake in place, but obviously you're not really going to be braking that much because this thing is so slow. But just wanted to show you that. It's a cool little touch. This right here, these pedals, there's one here and then also one over there. They actually lock the wheels so that the tractor can turn on just one side. So let's say, like down there, this pedal is down right now. So the wheels on the left-hand side of the tractor are actually locked in place right now. So you could only turn from these wheels. So that's something cool to note. All right, so let me actually go ahead and turn on the headlights real quick. So we'll go ahead and turn the vehicle's power on. The ignition is right here, and this actually is the throttle. This vehicle has a hand throttle, just like the Ford Model T from the 1910s did back in the day. So we'll go ahead and turn the power on, and turn on the headlights, and the turn signal. As you can see right here, this is the headlights. Pretty cool. And you hear that clicking sound? That means the turn signal's on. And you have to push the headlight switch in order to turn them off. And also, there's actually different brightness adjustments. So let's say we put it down to 1. I don't know if you can see that, but there's actually numbers on it that tell you the brightness. There you go. It's at 1, 2, 3. Go to 1. You can see they're notably dimmer than when it's at 3. Look at that. That's a difference. And they are yellow too, which is interesting to say the least. All right, so that's a tour of the tractor. Obviously there wasn't much to show, but honestly, pretty neat tractor. Now, let's start it up. All right, go ahead and cut it off now. And then you also have to pull this switch down here. And that's how you cut it off. Well, I hope you enjoyed my first ever tractor review. I know that was a good one, and kind of something cool for a change. And also, before I sign off, I'd like to thank you for one other thing. Thank you for 200 subscribers on this channel. I really appreciate all the support that you've given me, so this was the 200 subscriber special for the channel. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like or a comment. Subscribe today if you haven't. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.